Ashe Martin Kpebu mesima ya otum criticize na Adom Akufo-Addo ne government a. He, odi ba me odi bama ne hu da wa atetew no. Odi minister di bama no wa atetew no. That recent Sisi Adapa case che de omo ye de ma na Addo jema ono titititi na jema engineer bibia. Oh. Paul Adom Otchere wan fa asem ni easy because se hwe asem ni mu pa e hu de asem no ye bu full too much. Now, over the past period, Wagana Hano, say Epiobia, oye, or can be kakrabi, na say onyama the MPP party, no yin na Adom Akufo-Addo naban, no yin Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, or yin Beshema, no chada what a turtle one cry, or Martin Kpebu. Martin Kpebu so nya konya na say we interviewer, otume catch your boldly there, na Adom Akufo-Addo, ono na adwene mu no, ofi de jama presidency no jama ti agro or Jubilee House. Na nesam kama esimot no. Na yenyina yim de yehwe na abrabo na yihu de ono de maybe onye mistake that is ibino mu asama wareka na mesima na no sam no mesima oteno se enye ne ho abotara anhwe impokra na yerefa no oye erefa na asam no out of context nso na ebia o make a point to but kwana offer the true sheets oto ayampia na ade no oma na on land well with ibino ma na weti no na court case bibe na yenya final judgment wo court case no na oye den na Paul Adom Otchere bi said Martin Kpebu mesima eti wo the social media space mesima ye ho de jamaa wo de che de yankopon no bo no mistake kura anye ho no na wo pan tum court na court obu da amasimi ozugodo na epede e bi sede nti aba asama pa no court na oye Paul Adom Otchere chemu de asam no ya about a book Martin Kpebu nyi obi ne yanku bi a wo fa ne fredo oye ne tro book na book no Martin Kpebu reclaim de oye de a portion of it no nka oda yanko onye yanko ne ye no wantwo ne ye nti ono no as Martin Kpebu no ono no oda onya da ma book for all for himself according to Paul Adom Otchere na ihu the judgment do mesima judge no to conclude asam na obu no odbo oye Martin Kpebu no do Paul Adom Otchere wa fa asam no oye personal the mesima we se wa twetwa asam na mu no simu awankasa pokra we mbehye omo ye ko ne nti asam a oye Paul Adom Otchere odo tuga well good evening Ghana.
And somehow our friends at Joy FM, every day he's the one. I don't know whether they don't know any other lawyer. Every day, Martin Kpebu is bank lawyer, he's criminal procedure, he's civil procedure, he's constitution. Every day they call him. So as a result of that, and the advocacy that's on radio, he creates himself like some paragon of virtue. He doesn't do any wrong. He there is clean. He doesn't see that Adapa is the one who is a thief. Let's see what the High Court said. After that, I'll tell you what Martin himself told me, and I'll share with you. So these are the facts. Fred, the plaintiff, and Martin Kpebu, the first defendant, are both lawyers and went before the court over who has the ownership and copyright of a book titled Annotated Evidence Law of Ghana, unquote. While it is not disputed that Fred was the one who mooted the idea and invited Mr. Kpebu to join him to actualize the dream, it is the case of Martin Kpebu that Fred lacks the intellectual ability to write a book as an author. This is what Martin Kpebu was urging on the court, that his colleague lawyer, Fred, he doesn't know anything at all. Fred here, Martin Kpebu is the one who knows everything. Fred doesn't know anything. Fred there is a lawyer, he doesn't know anything. I think it's even disrespectful to speak about another colleague lawyer in that manner. But anyway, no problem. Lawyers do that to themselves, so it's fine. Let's move on. According to him, that is Martin Kpebu, rewrote all the works done by Fred. And therefore, the final work is his handiwork alone and not a joint authorship. The court is called upon to deal with such issues as copyright and the allegations of breach of the agreement executed by the parties and the allegation of bad faith by Martin Kpebu. So this is what the court is invited to do. The court is being told that my name is, what's the guy's name again? Fred. And he is Martin. Now, we have done work together in producing a book. I took the idea. Fred is the one who told Martin that, look, we can do that. In intellectual property, the person who has the original idea is so heavily recognized. That is why those of you who have read about the IT revolutions over the world, you see that Bill Gates, the Microsoft guy, they started calling him Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft. Years down the line, they changed that reference and started calling Bill Gates co-founder of Microsoft. Same with Steve Jobs, my favorite person that I never met, I never knew, but he's my favorite person, Steve Jobs, the Apple founder. We used to call him Apple founder. Later on, we're told that Steve Jobs is now co-founder of Apple because people came to the court and said that, no, I told Gates about this part of Microsoft, so I am in Microsoft. I'm also the founder of Microsoft. Intellectual property rules recognize the first person out of whom the idea came. That is the owner of the idea. So I'm not so sure why somebody gives Martin an idea and he thinks that the guy doesn't know anything, even though he's a lawyer, doesn't know anything. So blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go on. So you see what really happened. Okay, he said he rewrote all the works by Fred, and therefore the final work is his work. The court is called upon to do so and so. All right. This is the judge. He sat, Kpebu Aka Boafo, sitting as an additional high court judge. So I'm assuming that he's a judge of the Court of Appeal. That's why he's sitting as an additional high court judge. Let's move on. In dealing with the issues, I do not, this is a judge speaking now. In dealing with the issues, I do not wish to rehash the facts further. Consequently, based on the aforementioned analysis and conclusion, it is my opinion that the general conduct of Martin Kpebu in the subject matter project with the plaintiff was unjust and unlawful. One clear instance is Martin Kpebu's decision to unilaterally change the order of the names on the book. That was unjust and unfair because the agreement he signed clearly stated how the names were to be on the book. Martin Kpebu signs an agreement with his friend to do a book. The friend is the one who brought the idea. Martin Kpebu says the friend didn't, I'll show you what he told me. In fact, he emphasized it, that the guy didn't do it, doesn't know anything, he doesn't do anything, something like that. Okay. So he signed an agreement and then changed the agreement to say that it's his work. You know, almost stealing the guy's effort, his guy's influence, the guy's vision, his dream. Martin Kpebu is appropriating that to himself. Somebody has an idea and comes to tell you, Martin, let's do this book. Then you say that whilst we're doing the book, the guy doesn't know anything. So the guy is not part of it. This is my book. I'm going to sell it and make all the money. These are the people who stand on the moral high ground and say that somebody else is a thief. Because they think that what happened in courts, not many people will hear. But we all heard it. And today we are telling all of you viewers, when you see him in the street, ask him for a copy of the book. The book that he said that the one who gave him the idea is not part of the book, and the guy took him to court, and the court said that he cannot steal the guy's idea. Ask him that the evidence book, you want to see it, and you want to read some. Let's move on. It is also clear that the eminent jurist who wrote the foreword had that in mind in the way he referred to the authors in what he wrote. It is the opinion of the court that Mr. Kpebu's attempts to reverse the order of the names of the authors on the book, contrary to the agreement he signed, was disingenuous and an act of bad faith. Apart from that, it is also my holding that Martin Kpebu's insistence that the work was done separable and the final work is, quote, my work and my book in the face of the agreement and how the work was done also constitutes bad faith and behavior. In my view, the judge says further, even though the first defendant might assume that he is smart and popular, as he put it, Martin Kpebu said he is smart and popular. Oh, this is interesting. And I told Martin that this is the first time I've seen it, but I'm typically not interested in somebody have a court matter. It's up to them. So this has been going on for a long time. In fact, my producers have brought it several times. I said, no, this one. If you ask them, they'll tell you that's the truth. They brought it to me so many. Ibrahim, how many times have you reminded me of this, Martin? So many times they brought it. I said, it's okay. Because I really don't like getting into that. But when Martin Kpebu continues to call other people names, when he is the practitioner of the deviant behavior, then he is calling other people's names, then I am concerned to put this out in the public domain so they will see the kind of person, because there's a message and the messenger. It's always very important in public communication. The message and the messenger. The message can be said by anybody, but if it's said by the wrong person, the message will not go anywhere. So he comes and says, Sisi Adapa is a thief. Do this to her. Nana Akufo-Addo is this. He is stealing people's work and saying that he is smart and popular. So you've done work with somebody. You say, I'm smart and popular, so I did it because I'm smart. The guy is not smart. He repeated that to me. I'll read a text message to you from my phone. I won't put it out. I'll just read it from my phone because one of the lawyers told me that this text message you put out, sometimes it may not be very good. Just read it from your phone. So I've obeyed that instruction. I'll read it from my phone. All right. He said that because he is smart and popular, as he put it, in fact, the judge put it in quotation marks, popular and smart. He ought to give some modicum of respect to a colleague lawyer. That's what the judge is saying. You cannot, a colleague lawyer, all of you called to the bar, all of you wrote the same exam. You say that you are smart and popular. Popular because of what? Popular. I can't even believe it. Adom Otchere is popular. Kpebu is popular. What? I don't get it. Joy FM, he's popular. But if he goes to Zaridugu, they don't know him there. They don't listen to Joy FM. They don't know anything about him. Adom Otchere is popular. The guy is popular. I'm coming to Kisi Ajabin. That's why I'm starting like this. I'm coming there, pa. He say he's popular. That's a problem with them. Oh. It is called delusions of self-grandeur. It is their problem. They have that problem. The socialists. It is their problem. Delusions of self-grandeur. Some of the socialists, I have to say. Some. All of them. Some of them are my friends. Many of them are my friends. But some of these people, they have that problem. Delusions of self-grandeur. I'm smart. I'm popular. I'm big. I'm that. That's what they do all the time. They won't put the work down so that when anybody looks at the work, they will clap and say, this is fantastic. They won't do that, though. They will say, I'm smart. I'm popular. You can describe yourself as smart and popular in a document. I cannot master that arrogance to describe myself smart and popular in a court document. That even borders on arrogance. And that's what the judge was concerned. That what is he doing? He's not showing respect to his colleagues. Because you are describing yourself as smart and popular as opposed to your colleague. He is not smart and popular. You are popular because of what? I don't understand. You haven't scored a goal for the Black Stars. You are not a movie star. You are popular. That's what you describe yourself as popular. Well, viewers, you decide. Name 10 popular people. Martin Kpebu, number 1. Or I'll give you a list of 6 people. Martin Kpebu, this and that. Remove the one who is not popular from the list. Question 3. It's a class 4 question. All right. In my view, the judge says, I'm reading it again, even though the first defendant might assume that he is smart and popular, as he put it, he ought to give some modicum of respect to his colleague. Through his questions and answers, he was condescending towards the plaintiff by his choice of words and how he described the plaintiff in the course of the proceedings. These are the people who complain about other people having or showing what they call the arrogance of power. Martin Kpebu doesn't have power. He's looking for power. He's talking on radio so that one day some party will come to power and they will give him power. Since even though he doesn't have that power, look at how a judge describes him. He was condescending towards the plaintiff, his colleague, by his choice of words and how he described the plaintiff in the course of the proceedings. In the opinion of the court, the first defendant's approach was not only unacceptable, but disrespectful and arrogant. Martin Kpebu, Osoria is sitting on radio. Akufo-Addo is this. Akufo-Addo is that. This is his character. So, show me your friends and I'll show you your character. Check his friends. This is their character, the pomposity in their head. You can't even, and they talk about Akufo-Addo. A man who has come down to the ballot box and been elected by people twice. A man who has lived a great life from his childbirth throughout, mobilized. They call him arrogant. You see, that's what Ato Forson went to do at the Bank of Ghana. That pomposity. Now they are all quiet because now they know that, the man that we went to say is a watchman, he's not. They are so embarrassed and quiet because of the work we did here. And people meet me on the street and they are angry. And you spoke very well. Who do they think they are? Who do they think they are? That is the way they are. The pomposity in their head. Viewers, watch them. Watch it. Touch wood. If it happens, watch it. The pomposity and arrogance in their head. You can't even know how to deal with it. Ato Forson, look at what he was doing. A man who has been called to the bar, is a military wing commander, is going to military academy to become wing commander. He sits at, you say he's a watchman. I'm not going to, you're a watchman. The arrogance of them. There's arrogance of power. This is arrogance of opposition. I've never heard that term before. Maybe we should add it. The way they added Doomsort to the Google search. Please, in Ghana, we have arrogance of opposition. Globally, in English language, we have heard arrogance of power as an expression in British politics. Here in Ghana, we do have the arrogance of the opposition and also the arrogance of media In Ghana, there's too much arrogance of media. I'm popular, I'm smart because I sit on Joy FM. And Joy FM will call me, so I'm popular, I'm smart. Martin Kpebu. I'm popular, I'm smart because I'm on Joy FM. Arrogant behavior. What is the smartness about Martin Kpebu? Where is it? In Ghana here, we have so many brilliant people. Our country is blessed with tons and tons of brilliant lawyers. Martin Kpebu says he is smart and popular. Popular. That's the one that's surprised. What should the day say? What should Mohammed Kudus say? Mohammed Kudus, what should he say? The man writes a court document and describes himself as smart and popular. The arrogance of it, the sheer pomposity, reckless pomposity, that is them. Pomposity, they feel, so Kisi Ajabe is going to arrest, he has helicopter, drone. Pomposity, arrogant, no humility. They don't have an iota of humility in them. And they come and just think that they are riding on the public sentiments, so they will insult Akufo-Addo. And behind, God has revealed it. And God is going to reveal all of them. All of them. As a man thinketh, so is he. That's what the Bible says.